Hey everybody, to start off today's third grade lesson, we will begin adding decimals. So one thing you want to keep in mind when adding decimals is that the amount of decimals in your answer is going to be however many the greatest amount of decimal is in the equation. So what I might mean by that is if it's like 1 decimal plus 2 decimals, your answer should have 2 decimals. But in today's case, we're only going to be working with 1 decimal place. So let's just get started. So adding decimals. So it's just simply just adding, but you're just going to add a decimal. So for example, number 1, you have 3.4 plus 1.5. And you're just literally going to add straight across. So 4 plus 5 is 9, and 3 plus 1 is 4. And since there is 1 decimal in the equation as the greatest amount, you're just going to put 1 decimal there, and your answer is 4.9. Let's try that one more time. Let's try with something a little bigger, maybe something like number 8. So 5.4 plus 4.5. Okay, so let's just add first. 4 plus 5 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. And there's only 1 decimal in today's equation, so we're just going to put 1 decimal there. So your answer is 9.9. Very simple, very easy. Moving on. We will be adding big numbers now. So we see that these numbers are quite big, but of course, adding is literally just, adding. So 350 plus 40. So we're just going to add down. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 4 is 9. And since there's nothing in the hundreds, you're just going to bring down 300. So your answer is 390. But something a little harder, for example, like number 4. 222 plus 18. So when you add down, you're going to get 2 plus 8 is 10. And as you know, 10, you're going to bring the 10, the 1 to the other side. So first you're going to put a 0 here. You're going to bring the 1 to the 10s. So now you have 1 plus 2 plus 1, which is 4. And since there is nothing in the hundreds, you're just simply going to put 2 in the hundreds, and your answer is 240. But 3 big numbers like number 12, so let's try adding this one. So let's just add down. So 8 plus 1 is 9, 8 plus 1 is 9, 3 plus 2 is 5, so your official answer is 599. So you see, it's just big numbers, but all you're really doing is just literally adding down. Moving on. We're going to be estimating the numbers now. So you can see that there is no specific place we're estimating to. Well, obviously, when it comes to tens, you're obviously going to round to the tens because you can't round to the ones. But let's say, for example, there was hundreds. When it's just as estimate the number, you're just going to estimate to the biggest place. So that being said, let's try number 1 together. So remember that any number less than 5, you're going to round down. Any number that is 5 or up, you're going to round up. And remember how estimating works. It's between 2 numbers. So let's try doing a mini number line for number 13. So 13 is obviously between number 10 and 20. And 13 somewhere around here. But let's say, we can't always draw these number lines. So let's just think. So 13. So let's look at the ones. 3 is obviously less than 5. So we're going to round down to 10. So your estimated answer is 10. But something like number 7. So we're not going to draw a number line. But now let's look at the ones place so we can round the tens. So 8 is obviously bigger than 5. So we're going to round up. And what's after 20? 30. So your estimated answer is 30. And lastly, to the word problems. So today we're going to be dealing with money. So let's read it. Susie received money from her family for her birthday. From her mom, she received $13, and from her dad, she received $20, and from her grandparents, she received $25. How much money did she get in total? So let's underline the important details. So from her mom, she received $13. From her dad, she received $20. And from her grandparents, she received $20. So the question is, how much money did she get in total? So when you see in total, most likely you're going to be adding. And obviously we see that her money is continuously being added on. So in this problem, we're going to be adding. So let's add. We have 13 plus 20 plus 25. So let's just work with 13 plus 20 first on the side. Okay, 13 plus 20. Okay, so let's just add down. 3 plus 0 is 3, and 1 plus 2 is 3. And now let's deal with 25 plus 25. So let's just add down again. 3 plus 5 is 8, and 3 plus 2 is 5. So in total, how much money does she have? $58. Let's try another one. Alex had $30 in the beginning. He spent $3 on a drink, $10 on a meal, and $5 on dessert. How much money did he have in the end? So it's asking how much did he have in the end, which means that he's having money being taken away from him. And when you're taking away, you're subtracting. And obviously in this equation, we see that he's constantly using his money. So let's start subtracting. So the first total we have is $30. So let's just do it with the first purchase he made, the $3 drink. So let's just subtract that first, 3. And 30 minus 3 is 27. Okay, next one, he spent $10 on a meal. So let's subtract $10 now, and let's work this way vertically now. So let's just subtract down. 7 minus 0 is 7, and 2 minus 1 is 1. And lastly, he spent $5 on a dessert. So let's take away one last $5 away. So let's subtract down once more. 7 minus 5 is 2. And, well, you're just going to bring down the 1 since there's nothing there. So how much money did he have in the end? He had $12 left. Let's try one more. So Rachel got $5 from 4 of her family members. How much does she have in total? So we see that in total, normally you would add, like I said in the beginning, and you could definitely add. However, let's do this a bit more quicker. And since it says $5 from 4 of her family members, she's getting $5 plus $5 plus $5 plus $5. You see, there's the addition. But which equation is easier to write for more than one additional question or addition, multiplication? So let's do $5 times 4 family members. So how much does she get from her families or family members? $20. I hope this all made sense, and thank you for listening.